Hello, all you hardcores. Welcome to part 2 with Kent from Belfast in Northern Ireland. Women love him, men want to train with him at the gym. How you doing, Kent?
Back on.
Back on. And the other link, it'll say Kent, brand new part 3, so scrap them others, yeah? Okay, lad. No time like the present. We'll get stuck into this. The Froch situation. What do you make of it all now? The dust settled. Obviously, you know a little bit more than what other people what's going on behind the scenes because we're mates. What do you think of it all, Ken? Now it's died down a bit.
It's exactly what I said to you last week, isn't it? It would stretch on a few days, let the dust settle, clear the dust, let the dust settle, and then wait for something else to take over and get everybody talking about something else.
Yeah.
So that's what's happened. Then meanwhile, back at the ranch, it's all forgot about. It's basically been brushed onto the carpet. So that's what's going to happen. Then it'll be like, I have to do this week, and I can't do next week because I have to go there and to go and see him that week. But we'll get something sorted out, sure. It's like going down to the pub with your mates, and you actually don't want to go down, and your mate texts you says, "Here, you coming down tonight?" You says, "Yeah, I'll see you down there. What time you coming down at?" "I don't know, but I'll see you down there." That's the type of language that's the type of language you're getting from Frotch. He's just basically come out and basically deflected the whole thing with that video. That's what he's done.
Well, he must want to call my bluff. But let me just say this. Obviously, I don't really speak to Julian McGowan no more, but up until 2 years ago, Julian had 4 or 5 of them them WhatsApp messages. I played him to him and he was like, wow, what are you doing with them? I don't really know. Since then, there's a few more. So if he wants to roll the dice with me, old big conk, let him, because he'll be a loser and there won't be any Frotch on fighting. I can assure you of that. He might even, I don't know if he'd end up on a charge for some of them, but ask Julian, he'll tell you what was said. But like I said, there's been more since then because he's got a big mouth on his big ego, and he must think I'm stupid. So you don't turn around to me, ask me to go on after I'm writing scripts for him, and he would fair enough. He would pay me. It was 10-minute job for 100 quid. Thought I'll have some of that. But only thing I've had out of him. But the point I want to make is this: don't cock off with me. Me and Dennis used to get rolling around when he used to promise stuff, as you well know, Ken. I don't like bullshitters, and I certainly don't like messers or people that use me. And I'm a very revengeful kid. I always have been, and I always will be. So he's up to him if he wants to go down that route. But I ain't going to his house. You can come on here, but it's a boring story now. People keep asking, "Oh, when's he coming on?" Ask him. You heard the voice text or one of them on my channel. That would know that. So what is going to be going on, but it is what it is, isn't it? But as regards somebody keep asking me if I want to go on that YB's channel. Do you remember when I nearly died in Turkey and they were putting videos out saying I'd gone to Turkey to swerve Big Milk? Do you remember that? And then when the documentary got pieced together, because obviously Cosmetic Beach, Cosmetic Beach gave me a fortune discount off my teeth, absolute fortune, because they pulled them all out, and then they left me with free teeth. And I said, "Oh, X-rays from England." I said to him that showed that I only needed this many pulling out. No, we can't put the veneers over that. A lot have had to come out, and it was like astronomical considering all other work I had done. Anyway, I got a lot of money off in end, and I did a documentary. And when it went out, you looked a bit daft, didn't you, IB? When I was walking around with bags coming up my stomach and stuff like that, and you've seen it, didn't you? So the documentary. So just type in Focus Corner Turkey. There's a two-parter, and then 7 months later I have to go back. But it was the first part when me and Big Mal were going to get at it. You know, and he sent me that contract, Spencer Fearon. Do you remember, Ken? And we got Peter De Freitas to dissect it. And what the contract said was, if I were to mention Big Malk or Tundi, ever again on social media while this fight were in due process being made, that I'd lose this and lose that, and they could put a charge on this and a charge on that. And so, oh my, what a load of waffle. That's why he never made it as a promoter. Big mouth. But getting back to the Cobra, he knows what was said. And I can assure you, every dog has its day. And one thing I am not, stupid. One thing I learned off Dennis was always have an ace up your sleeve. I think I've got 6 or 7 now. So roll the fucking dice, big conk. That's what I'm saying that. But getting back to that shower, Canada Bob, bang on geezer. Spoke to him, me and my partner spoke to him about a week and a half ago. And he decided to tell me that he was retired law enforcement. No, I ain't got a problem with that. He's in Canada and he's not over here. But it's like Gemma said to me, you can't really stick it to that Asian kid, from Rotherham, we're losing him. My cousin, well, he actually lives about 8 doors up. I can't stick it to him, being old Bill, and have Bob on here, can I? Do you see where I'm coming from?
You'd be a hypocrite.
I'd be a hypocrite, wouldn't I? And that's what we all try not to be in this sport, although it's very hard, isn't it? But a bang on bloke, Bob. It's just a shame that his choice of profession messes with my head. Because where I'm from, obviously I went to court, didn't I, for a Section 18. You've seen cutouts, haven't you? They've been out channeling that on a policeman. They were very heavy-handed and they smashed up the side of my face and fighting for my life in cells. It all stems back from 10 years previous, in 84, 85, whatever, when the police were heavy-handed with the miners. And we all remember all grieved, don't we? I packed that vaping, I'm feeling it. Remember that all grieved, don't we, where they had army dressed up as police, where they were knocking miners about and that. Some things just stay weird, don't they, as a kid? And so, shame really, but good luck to him. Bob's and his, what do they call themselves? Porky's Angels, Porky's Rejects. But James, trying to be a clever dick in emails, listen, James, if I see you, I'm going to take you to where I'm from in Edlinton. I'll get a grip of you. I'll get you at top of Stubbins Hill in Edlinton. I'll push you down it. I'll leave you. Leave you to go straight into Dr. Emmels at bottom. Pop, pop, bang. Getting on to the other. Who's the other one? Jerry. Jerry don't come on here. He's a bit of a crybaby. Can't hold the crowd anyway. On the analytics, you've seen it yourself. If they're turning off after 3 minutes, what's the point in me doing 2 40-minuters with him? Yeah, it might get a few views, but they're clicking off. You see where I'm coming from? Do you know what I mean? So it's like if you watch Coronation, you watch it for 1 minute and you click off. You're not watching adverts, are you? Might pop up as a view, but it's no good to me, that. So if you can't hold the crowd, you can't just keep agreeing with everything I say. We've got to have some back and forth, haven't we? Well, with James, he talks of you and he starts asking questions and thinks he's host. See where I'm coming from? So he's fired out. Porn Tash, Magnum, in with Magnum Tash, he's gone. Bob's XO Bill, although he's a decent fella, I ain't got a problem with him. And Julian, well, he's doing tactical breakdowns, isn't he now? Coach's Corner.
Wasn't too long ago he was on rinsing people for doing that himself.
There you go. Hypocritical, but there you go. I ain't got a problem with Julian. He was very good to my son. Very good. He was all right with me. We got on brilliantly, but he said it wasn't for him, YouTube no more. And look what happens. But good luck to him, but I don't want to speak to him. But he did hear some of the voice messages from the Cobra a couple of years ago. If people want to ask him, who knows, he might even get a few views on Andy's channel. So, Andy, I'm thinking of you. I've just sent a card up to Andy. He's like his mum's funeral, is Tuesday. So I hope he's all right. He hasn't been on social media for a couple of weeks, but I'm in touch with him. I hope he's well. But the others let themselves down, but out with the old, in with the new. I know who's coming on my channel. We'll bang on. Sean, he's lost his mum. He'll be coming back on any day, Big Sean. So we're all right. I've got Ellison's back on. He don't come on regular. Mike is the West Brom kid. I speak to him all the time. See him a lot. He likes a night out. He'll be coming back on next week. He's just got back from India. So we're all right. Peter De Freitas is on next week. The commission is stronger than ever. We've rooted out the weeds, and we've got the warriors in. Now it's all right.
Yeah, it's funny. Like they all attack me in their comment section, so they do. And like,
I try not to comment
what's your
because if I get into
what's your
comment
problem?
section, I'll start effing and blinding them when people report you, don't. So I try not to comment. But who you come from, yeah. Look at social media; it's a part of life now, isn't it? Look at Frox. Look at the people that he's pissed off. I mean, if he actually thinks he's going to get a drink off Eddie for introducing Joshua to Eddie, he is in cloud cuckoo land. The Olympics of 2012. We're halfway through 25, and he's still waiting. So he ain't getting no. That's why he's turned on Eddie, isn't it?
Well, that's what you get when you're an armchair general, anyway.
Armchair general, is that what they call them where you live, Kent lad?
That's what you're like if you're an armchair general. So
No.
I don't watch their channels. I don't care about their channels. I don't care about their comments. I was told about it by another party. I couldn't give a shit. I come on to your platform. I enjoy it. I always said that if I'm coming on your platform, I wouldn't go anywhere else out of loyalty to you. You give all these guys a voice on your channel. You give them a chance, and that's it. So who cares?
I will bang on with Julian. Man, I even forked out for that billboard out of my own pocket. No. In fact, I'm not sure if I'd already paid on, actually, one paid on. Either way, I could have used it for something else. So it was something I believed in. Didn't bother me that. I was disappointed that he didn't want to come to Cardiff with me. Me with camera and him banging on Robert Smith's door. That's what I wanted. But obviously, if Julian's training fighters now, he's going to want to speak with certain people in the boxing industry, and I'm basically a kiss of death for that, aren't I? With my channel. As found out this week, somebody gave me Duke Mackenzie's number, and we're in touch with Duke Mackenzie, and he's seen the message, but he didn't get back to me. So, but I still think he's best putting it out there. And Curtis Woodhouse, shall we do something Monday after Adrian and Harry fight? Yeah, that'd be bang on that, Curtis. If you want to do something on Monday, just let me know a time, mate. And Monday morning's better for me, about 11 after I've done my training. Cheers, Kurt. See, Kurt ain't got a problem. Joe Galler's been on it. He ain't got a problem. A lot of the others shit the pants, don't they? Because they want to be in with the in clique. I'm not saying Duke Mackenzie is. I might be a bit too much for him because I'm a bit out there. I'm pretty fearless. With boxing, because I think boxing can make you very bitter. I was told this by Jane Couch, and Eddie Hearn told me before the Butte fight. When Dennis told me straight away, 2015, because it make you bitter this, I went, oh, I love it, I love it, I love it. Well, he was right, wasn't he? Dennis was very, very right. can send you cuckoo, can't it? But onwards and upwards. So we've covered Big Nose. Carl Froch at yahoo.com. Ask him why he's bottled the Zoom. Today with the deadline, wasn't it? He's bottled it. We spoke about Duke Mackenzie. I probably showed missing up for that. I mean, I just believe in being honest. Did he send a message? He didn't get back to me. What can you do? The Dave Allen story. Is it getting a bit boring now? He seems to be pushed out there all the time by Matt Shue. He's on TalkSport every day on his YouTube channel. He's doing more media than he is cardio. Where's he going here? Where are we going here with Rhino? Are they going to give him a fight or what? What's going on, Kevin?
We've been talking about him for 4 years. I'm just sick of talking about him.
He's like a bad smell that won't go away, isn't he? Walking around with a big derby on him.
Boring.
Okay. Is he going to get a big fight? I mean, they're saying Jarrell Miller this morning now. It was Caballero, Parker, Wilder, Caballero, Parker. Now Jarrell Miller is going down and down and down. In Endil, they've been parked up that long, he'll be back to Johnny Bishop free, won't it?
Safar Safiri.
Safiri or Pianetta.
Marius Vac.
Hey, Marius Vac. I don't know. Maybe Eddie has to build his profile up a bit higher. I mean, he's the highest profile journeyman we've ever had, isn't he, really? But to be fair to David, he is due a big payday from Matchroom because some of the fights he had on there, they were just getting flogged, wasn't he? He's got no head movement and he don't throw enough. It's like feeding a lamb to slaughter, isn't it? Oh, okay. Johnny Fisher, is it over, Kent? For him?
It's not over because he get knocked out by a guy who wasn't on his level. Dave Allen is levels above Johnny Fisher. Joe Gallagher said basically it was like an ABA champion against a novice carded fighter. That was the level there, and that really was, to be honest with you. So it's not over for him. You know, there is going to be a phase two, and phase two will be the comeback. But I think the level that he has to fight at is way, way, way lower than British level. He's not good enough. He's really not good enough. If they can
He
match him at
pinched an
his
area belt,
level,
didn't he, really?
he won the area belt. If he
Pinched
could
it.
win, if he could fight at international opposition at area level, he will be okay. That will be him. Then possibly maybe 5 or 6 fights down the line, a WBA Intercontinental or WBA International. Gamble there. But as far as it goes, like British level, he's never going to be good enough.
What do you think about Elmer Fudd's dad? Daddy Fudd. He's doing a world tour. Dublin, Belfast, Penrith, is it, or something? Newcastle, Sunderland, and Middlesbrough. So he's doing like a tour in it.
Doing what?
I don't know. I don't know. What if he's talking about his son, who's a novice boxer who's been beat, knocked out from Button Moon, and probably talking about Chinese food, shouting Bosch a lot, and I don't know. I don't really know what's going on. I don't understand it all. Kent, help me to help you, Kent. I don't know.
Do you know what, Russell? I have been getting nightmares recently. You know, like really bad dreams
Yeah.
and flashbacks.
What about Johnny?
And
About Johnny Bosch ending up in a position like
no,
partners with Oscar De La
no,
Hoya?
no. Basically, it's been from Usyk and Tyson Fury too. When John Fury was coming out dancing, did a ring walk with a belt around his shoulder. It's actually traumatized me. I actually am traumatized at that. And Johnny Fisher's dad is becoming Mark II of John Fury.
Yeah, fathers in sport, they know best, don't they? Speaking of fathers in sport, a lot of people say, "Oh, you don't say that." Listen, we're not trying to tackle any issues in the sport of boxing. No one's safe. Nobody gets a free ride anymore. A few have, but they shouldn't have. Right, Huey's pulled out again, hasn't he? He's pulled out more times than Warren Beatty. Now, this is how I look at it, right? And just answer me yes or no to these questions. Is Huey an exciting fighter?
No,
Right. Does he let his hands go?
no,
Would you pay to watch him on a pay-per-view?
no.
Would you run back from the pub after a couple of Coca-Colas and a packet of pork scratchings and say, "Let's all get back to mine on pay-per-view"? Huey is fighting. Yes or no? What's that again?
Definitely not. Definitely not. No.
Right. So if his style's not exciting, will TV companies want him on their platforms? Yes or no?
No.
He's been on Channel 5, ITV, YouTube, and various other channels, Sky, DAZN. So he's been around the houses and there's no room left at the inn now, right? So is that a team problem? Because we're talking about a world championship gold junior here, aren't we? Who could have got an Olympic. So is it a problem with his team or is Ewing the problem?
I think it's all of them, a collective.
Okay, so if that's the problem, then why are Boxing Now, who are Peter Fury's in-house media and sponsored by Welcome Estates, right? Why are they not asking the questions like, Do you think he might need a change of scenery, or are you going to bring somebody in? Right, because he's slowly sinking into quicksand. He's 31 in a couple of months, September. Can we save Yui?
It all comes down to, has he got his man strength yet?
Well, he's 3 years younger than David Allen, so there's plenty of time, isn't there, to get his man strength. Feed me up. Where are we going with this with Yui? Is nobody going to ask questions to Yui's team, or is it going to be left to me to put it out here so the fans ask? Do you know what I mean? Because I want to know. Because if it was anybody else, if it were Joe Startermotor and he were trained by Bombay Dave, or if it were Fred Blow and he were trained by Joe Gallagher, or if it were Billy Bunter and he were trained by Boxer Size Ben, right? They would have their arseholes torn, wouldn't they, in half by social media and these YouTubers. But nobody is asking the question. Is it a team problem or is it Yui? What do you think?
I just think the style is bloody awful.
So we've got to start letting his hands go then, Annie. So is that a corner problem from his dad? If he can't let his hands go, his arse has gone, it's no good, is it? So is it his dad's problem, or has Yui got no knackers? Which is it? Because if Yui's got no knackers, he should be a boxer. Or if his dad's saying don't throw that right hand, that's bad advice because you're not going to get in the mix. So why are they doing boxing news interviews saying Yui's coming for them all this year? Let me just read that again. Yui is going to make a statement in his next fight. What, a police statement or a statement of fact? What statements are we having made here? Yui didn't throw his hands against Dan Garber. Oh, well, he had a broken hand. So why was he in the fucking ring with a broken hand? Oh, let's revert back. Pool left fight. He had a cut there of Martin Bacoli with an elbow. I was there, seen it. Seen it with my own eyes. Billy Nelson jumped in the ring, put towel in it, blah, blah, blah. Kerry Case said that'll open up in round one. What happened in Bulgaria? There you go. Well, we had to roll the dice. Roll the dice. If you're rolling the dice, you come out with swingers. That's not Yui's style, is it? Swingers. You see where I'm coming from? So it looks to me like nobody knows what they're doing around him. Right?
No.
There you go. But is anybody going to ask the questions, or is it because they're scared to death because of this fake reputation that's been built around his old man that he's this big noise? Into a church-going Christian or something now. So why can't anybody ask a proper fucking question? So I'm doing my job here. Yeah, you can fall out with people in boxing all the time. I do. I make a living out of falling out with people if I don't think something's right. I don't want to listen to shit anymore on social media and seeing people, and Peter's one of the guilty ones, constantly interview after interview after interview after interview. Interviewing about what? I want to hear about his fighters, not about some knackers that didn't even happen in Nick or in Spain or load of shit. What about his fighters? Savannah's fighting in New York. He won't be there. Yui's pulling out. Well, what's going on here? The other kid, that James Dean, got beat, didn't he, on his amateur fight? Let's hear about what's going on with the fighters. I don't want to see dads in boxing hogging limelight. What's going on here, Kent? Are we not allowed to question this? Hey?
Well, this is the person that was saying he's no time for social media, no time for the media.
Peter Fury has no time for social media. He's on social media all day and night, chatting shit.
You know, it's like,
shit.
No time for this. Talking to the God, talking to Boxing King media, talking to everybody.
Talking about what? There's a lot of talking going on, but there's not a lot of fighting.
You know, it's the same crap. My circle's getting smaller, and I don't want them people around me. And you're like, who are you even talking about? Who are you even talking about? You know what it is now?
Name it. Listen, you know this offer they got?
It's a load of shit.
They got a big offer for Huey to fight somebody, a massive offer, and he went, that offer, you can stick it where Sunderland trying. Well, I know every matchmaker from every platform, right? There were no offer. If there were an offer, Peter, come out and say what the offer were and who made it. Name them. Name the person that made the offer. There wasn't no offer. It's waffle for the sake of waffle. It's waffle for the sake of we want proper money to come back. Don't invent something that didn't happen. There were no offer from Sky. There were no offer from DAZN. There were none of them. No big offers from them. So who will this offer off to have this big fight? It certainly wasn't off Bricktop because they blocked them. Have you ever seen bottom of a rabbit's hutch? There you go, mate. So waffle for the sake of chatting waffle, trying to pinch a payday. If you want to get a payday, you work your way up the rankings by hard graft. So I used to say to Dennis, what are we doing with him here? Well, we're going to have to go through up rankings because we can't get slots. Hard graft gets you there in the end. Now, you've got to keep winning and winning and winning. He's had 7 tomato cans since his last loss, Huey. And that's it. And that's over what? 3 years? Come on. Well, big fighting men that don't fight. Speaking of men that don't fight, Tyson Fury's come out on Sky yesterday. He said he's still retired. Big fighting man, they don't fight. But talking about it, when he running with Isaac Lowe over day and all that, they said, well, running what? Between pubs? Can't stay off social media, get addicted to it. I've just seen that Tommy Fury on Eddie Hall's channel talking about this year of hell he's had and how he's going to come back and win a British title and all this rubbish. Absolute poppycock. That's what it is. From the lot of them, they've all been found out, in my opinion. Nobody's going to put the word across like me, are they? People talk like this in the pub about that shower, right? Chit-chatters. Nobody's saying it on the social medias, are they? License holders say it to me all the time. But, and they check it. Then they check these people's hands when they see them. No, I don't. I don't want to listen to waffle. I want to see some action. I don't hear people talking about fighting, but not fighting. Does that sound right?
Why wouldn't you be asking it, Russell? Why would you not?
Why aren't boxing now asking them? Hey? It's because you get a bit of sponsorship off Gary. Do me a favour. Ask proper boxing questions. Don't tickle their arseholes. Ask questions. You're supposed to be media, aren't you? Controlled media, that's what they are. Like Eddie controls that puppy Parsons. Have you seen him sticking it to Proctor every day? Because he knows that he's got to do that to stay in Eddie's little good books, don't you, Puppy Parsons? Right? Put some respect on Proctor's CV, Puppy Parsons, because it's the best one we've had since Lennox Lewis. But as regards his morals, he's got the morals of an alley cat. You're not to be trusted. But his CV is fantastic. But sometimes it's better to keep the poster on the wall and not get too close. Right, do you want to go on to part 3, Kent? Yeah?
Yep.
Okay, pop, bang. Thanks for liking and subscribing and leaving a comment. Well, sometimes on Poker's Corner, we just have to tell it straight. This is what boxing does to you. It gets you bitter. You get to work out who the players are and who the bullshitters are. Oh, well, peace out.